Maintaining your rack systems is important to keeping them structurally sound and working as intended. When repairs or replacements are necessary, conducting them properly and thoroughly will help to maintain a safe and productive warehouse. Maintaining your rack system in its original configuration is critical to ensuring its continued function. Using the pallets that the system was designed to support and fork trucks that the system has been sized for will minimize the risk of damage. Keep your LARC drawings up to date, especially if your system has been reconfigured. Do not reconfigure your system without the guidance of an engineer of record or another qualified rack design engineer, or you risk reducing the system's load capacity. Unfortunately, sometimes rack systems do sustain damage, most commonly due to a collision with a fork truck or incorrect installation. When a rack is damaged, its load carrying capacity may be reduced, putting the system at risk of collapse. When damage is found, owners must decide whether to repair the damage or replace the damaged components in order to maintain a productive working environment. Replacing rack components, especially vertical frames, can be time-consuming and costly. But the cost to source repair parts can sometimes be as much as the cost of replacing the rack. Most often, the best choice between repairing or replacing the damaged components is the one that will minimize disruption to the facility's operations. Repairing your rack system correctly will extend its functional lifespan. However, incorrect repairs can make the rack less stable and potentially lead to a collapse. For this reason, damage assessments and repairs must always be supervised and approved by a qualified rack system engineer. Don't just focus on replacing the obvious or most damaged components. One damaged part can create additional structural issues in other parts of the rack system. The integrity of the entire system must be evaluated when selecting parts to replace or designing a repair. When replacing damaged rack, the new system installation must follow the approved design specifications and be anchored correctly. The repaired system must also be rated to an equivalent or higher load capacity as the previous rack system, or, if determined by the engineer of record, re-evaluated to a new reduced capacity. When relocating or repairing the anchor points of a frame, the new anchor points should be at least 3 diameters away from the abandoned hole. Most of the time, this means a larger base plate will be necessary. Once the repaired or replacement system is installed, updated LARC drawings will need to be created to reflect the new capacity and configuration. New load plaque signs may also need to be installed. Repaired rack designs may need to be resubmitted for updated permit approval based on your local building codes. When repairing or replacing a damaged rack system, it is very important to follow a structured process under the supervision of a qualified rack design engineer. The number one goal must be to create and maintain a safe, productive working environment for your employees. For further information on the best practices for safely repairing or replacing your rack system, download RMI's Guideline for the Assessment and Repair or Replacement of Damaged Rack, or visit their Rack Safety blog.